Welcome to another edition of Discover Tinley. Thanks for watching. My name's Ron Centani. I'll be your host tonight for this program highlighting the people and organizations in Tinley Park that make this town a really great place in which to live. And if you remember a year or so ago, we were voted one of the best places in the country to raise kids. So Tinley Park sure is a great place in which to live. A lot of things going on. I hope you're enjoying the summer so far. Can't believe the middle of summer is past us already. We're getting ready to go back to school pretty soon. Watch out for those little kids running in and out of the buses and the streets on the schoolways there. Just remind you too, this program is brought to you by the Community Resources Commission of Tinley Park, a group of volunteers that put on this program along with some student volunteers. We bring this to you every month to highlight people and organizations in Tinley Park. Very, very fortunate tonight to have a couple of very special guests. Our first guest comes to us from the Tinley Park Library. Hopefully you've had a chance to go to this magnificent library in town here. A lot of great things in that place. And we have with us Bridget Bittman, who is the Marketing and Community Outreach Specialist. Thanks for coming to Discover Tinley. I hope I got that title right.
You sure did. That's great.
You want to talk about Friends of the Library. Now, I thought we were all friends of the library. Are we? Are we all friends of the library?
Sure, everyone's a friend of the library. But
what's your organization, the Friends of the Library?
Our organization is a special group of people who get together to do fundraising for the library. And we have about 140 members right now.
Wow, 140. That's a lot.
Right.
Friends of the Library, what is your purpose? Why are you existing, or what do we have that organization for?
Sure. People always say, well, doesn't the library have money for this and that? And really, it's the icing on the cake. The Friends of the Library really provide the extras that the library wouldn't normally be able to afford. For example, they've funded a special Sunday afternoon concert series that's been tremendously popular. We usually get at least 125 people at those. Wow. You may have noticed there's an electronic sign outside the library that announces events or closings or emergencies, and that was greatly funded by the Friends of the Library, which we wouldn't have been able to do that. Also, little things like benches in front of the library, shades in our youth services area, artwork, sculptures, all the extras that the library doesn't really want to spend taxpayer dollars on.
Beautiful. That makes it a really special place for the library to have all those extra things there. Yeah, and it's a lot of things that are supplied there. How do you go about raising this money? What do you do?
That's a good
question.
Is that
a never-ending task?
It is. And actually, because we're a library, that really fits in well. We get a lot of books that we can't use, and also donations from people of gently used books. And the Friends have a great used book sale on the first floor of the library, and they sell quite a few books. We have DVDs, CDs, VHS videos. Some people still use those, and the books are great. People give us very almost new, gently used bestsellers, nonfiction, coffee table books, kids books, anything you can think of is donated.
Wow! So people, I should say I just donated a box full about a month
there
or
you
so
go.
ago. So,
right. If you're cleaning out, your bookshelves for the summer and you have some extra books, we pretty much accept anything except for like encyclopedia sets, Reader's Digest condensed books, and textbooks. So. Save those for other efforts, or maybe the garage sales.
People use encyclopedias anymore.
Well, and that's a great thing about the library is you can access encyclopedias and dictionaries online. We've got a special service for that.
Wow. And is this open all the time, or when can people come in and what's the price range of some of the books they can get there?
Sure. The Friends of the Library bookstore is open during regular library hours, which is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday we're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we're now open every Sunday, including, well, there's a few holidays off, but every Sunday we're now open during the summer from noon to 5 p.m. And our price ranges are $2 for a hardcover, 50 cents for a paperback, and depending on the quality, sometimes some real collectible books, maybe a little bit more. Let's say a picture book or a coffee table book of, let's say, sports or athletes or something like that, maybe $5 to $10.
Wow, expensive stuff.
A little bit expensive, and then you could give it as a gift.
Wow.
And one of the other ways that they use the books, around the holidays, people are looking for a special gift. And because, like I said, a lot of the books are new, we have this special gift package that's a few books. These happen to be fiction, and they're based around the holidays. A little lotion, and it's wrapped beautifully, so you can just give it to the recipient. And it's an inexpensive way to help support the library and get a few Christmas gifts.
So you have those at Christmas time?
During the holidays, yes. And I shouldn't just say Christmas. They could be good for Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Oh, okay.
Even just like a housewarming gift if you're going to a holiday party.
Throughout the year, are you talking about?
Actually, they start putting them out at our holiday gift fair in November.
Okay.
And then they'll go through, till the end of December.
And what's the charge for that?
It varies depending on the number of books and the product. Okay. So, yeah, the price varies on each of them.
That'd be a nice gift pack, for someone. That would It's really
and
nicely decorated.
And the gift wrap's already done, and the bows and all the tricky stuff is ready.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some other ways that we fundraise for the Friends, we've got these gift bags. And this is real big because reduce, reuse, recycle. This is, you don't have to get a plastic bag. And then we've got water bottles and the ever popular Fannie Mae candies.
Oh my.
These are our most popular item, and this happens to be the most popular flavor, which is the milk chocolate with crisp rice.
Okay.
So we also have Fannie Mae bars with Cubs along.
Of course, well, you better have the Cubs.
Right, but they don't make this White Sox, which we don't really
why would anybody
understand
want a candy bar with the White Sox?
I don't know. There are Sox fans who come to the library.
Okay, but more intellectual. I shouldn't talk like that.
Right.
Okay.
And then the last way that the Friends do their fundraising is through membership fees. And it's really inexpensive to join and support the Friends. It's only $5 for an individual or $15 for a whole family.
Wow.
And of course, you can always donate more. We won't not accept your monetary gift. That's always kind when people do make bigger donations.
And what would somebody get out of joining the Friends of the Library? What would be the
benefits?
Benefits for that?
Sure. Yeah. Well, just knowing that you're really helping your community library do extra special things and really making it part of the community. Special programs like concerts, not only for adults but for kids. For example, the Friends sponsored our summer reading concert, as well as summer reading prizes, adult programs. We've got just so many different programs that we wouldn't be able to offer without the Friends. So knowing that you're supporting such a worthy community organization is just a benefit to joining.
Wow.
Also, the summer concert, the Sunday concert series are so popular. If those went away, I think we'd have some protesters.
Like, who have you had for summer concerts? What groups have you had there?
Sure, Eddie Carosa, the Polke Band. A lot of people know. Let's see. We've got coming up in September. Our first concert, September 18th, is Sue Keller and her ragtime piano.
Okay.
That's popular. There's Phil and Amy, who are a popular husband-wife duo, and just a number of other people that really draw in the crowds.
Yeah, I think I've been to one. I think I've been to that ragtime thing, and that's really she goes. They go to town.
Yes.
On that.
And actually, coincidentally, the Friends sponsor the concert series, and they also purchased the piano for the library, which is something, it's hard on electronic piano to really produce the sound that you want. So we've got an old-fashioned piano for people to come and play on.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Now you look for volunteers to help you out with this. What does it take to become a volunteer, and what do volunteers do to help you out?
Sure. Well, we do ask the Friends. We do ask anyone who wants to volunteer to be a Friends member. So fill out your little member application. And then there's all different types of opportunities. You can help at the Friends concert, set out the food, take tickets, make sure everyone's in their seat. We also have additional opportunities to help wrap our gift packages for the holidays. In our technical services department, all of our books and CDs and magazines come through technical services. Occasionally we might get a damaged book or a damaged CD, and we always can use volunteers to help us fix the books, get them back on the shelves. So that's another area. Occasionally we'll also have adult or children's programs that are huge, and we need extra bodies to help us get people to their seats or get people in line. Okay,
so not over a lot of time involved, but a certain event you could use some extra help to put these on.
And it's nice to get out. They're a real nice group of people, varying ages with the Friends. Nice to, some people go out for dinner afterwards or drinks, and you know, it's a nice community.
Wow. Okay, how would somebody do this? How would they get in contact with the library to be a volunteer or be a friend of the library?
Sure. You'd call the library at 708-532-0162, and you could ask for at the Patron Services Desk how to join the Friends or how to be a volunteer, and they'd be glad to help you. You could also visit the website to learn more about the Friends. It's www.tplibrary.org. So we hope you'll join us.
Wow. How long has this group been around?
54 years.
You got to be kidding.
No, the actual first meeting of the Friends was in, let's see, it was 1957, and it actually took place at the Village Hall.
Oh my.
So the Friends have been around for quite some time, but have really stepped up their efforts in the last few years. A real core group of people that are really involved with the library and want to get things moving and really appreciate the library and everything it does for our community.
That's tremendous. Wow. Okay. And hopefully it'll be there for another 50 some years.
We hope so, if not more.
The library going pretty strong now? Are you getting
Library's
pretty good?
Great. Oh.
And how is the Sunday hours working out there?
Wonderful. We've had tons of great responses. People really enjoy coming on Sunday because your work week is done, maybe the family comes together, and we've had a tremendous amount of activity.
Wow.
Going on. So.
Okay, you get pretty good crowds coming in there then, huh?
Yes.
Okay, anything coming up for the holidays? I was a little far in advance, but do you have any special programs you do have for the people or the kids?
Sure. Well, I know the Friends of the Library are sponsoring a special theater performance of Guys and Dolls, and that's in Indiana, and the performance date is September 28th, and registration starts August 1st. Okay. That's super popular, so make sure you call or register. And of course, for the holidays, we have our holiday gift fair where vendors come in and display their products. And we have an exciting madrigal concert coming up. And there's lots of great programs, decorating with fresh greens for the holidays. We'll have kids programs, making little gifts for parents. And the possibilities are just endless with what you can do at the library during the holidays. Yes.
Well, now I get that little brochure. How often does that brochure come out to the mail in the mail that?
The newsletter?
Yeah, the newsletter.
That comes out quarterly, so you'll see it in your mailbox every 3 months, and the fall edition should hit the mailboxes probably the 3rd week of August.
Okay.
So look for some exciting programs for the fall and start getting out your calendar and planning ahead.
I know, because I use that a lot too. I know I get to see the special programs in there, and it's been fantastic, some of the things that are offered there.
Right, and if you ever misplace the newsletter, you can always go online. And what's great is, you know, you certainly can stop in the library or register by phone, but you can also do it online now without having to leave your home. So that's a convenience that we offer now, especially for the concerts. The Sunday concerts are so popular. Rather than running over and waiting in line, why not just register online and be done with it if you have a computer?
Beautiful. All right, one last thing. How could people be a friend of the library? How would they volunteer, and where do they contact you at?
Sure. You could be a friend of the library. There's a membership form in the newsletter that goes out to all of our residents, so you could fill out that form, either bring it to the library or you'd want to mail it in. You can also, at one of our concerts, fill out the form and hand it in. And then if you'd like to contact the library to learn more about the Friends, you can call the library at 708-532-0160 and ask for Patron Services. They can lead you, and our website is www.tplibrary.org.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for coming to Discover Tinley, Bridget, and
thanks,
good
Ron.
luck to you, and keep up those fantastic programs you got going there.
Okay, thanks so much.
Be a friend of the library and see if you can get over there, join up, and especially those used books. If you do have some used books that are gently used, as they say, bring them over there, and it's better than just tossing them out or just throwing them around. Bring them over there so somebody can use them and read them again and raise some money for the library. So thanks for the Friends of the Library. Well, it's kind of interesting talking with somebody with the Friends of the Library, and very active group in town. Very nice service they provide for the library. Our next two guests are very important to Tinley Park in terms of the future. These are some young people who will play a very important part in Tinley Park. Every year, in the spring, the village gives out 6 $1,000 scholarships to students who live in Tinley Park who have done quite a bit for their schools, their community, and community service. And we have with us today two of the winners of the scholarships of Tinley Park. Angela Silski and Kyle Polke. Welcome to Discover Tinley.
Thank you.
Scholarship winners, how does that sound? Does that sound pretty good to you?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, we always need extra money for college.
No. Okay, you're Andrew High School graduates, right?
Correct.
And,
Yes.
you looking forward to college?
Yes, enjoying the summer right now, but definitely looking forward to the future.
Wow. Tell us a little about yourself. Angela, why don't you start out with who are you? Where'd you go to grade school? And a little about your family.
All right, well, my name is Angela. I went to grade school 1st through 8th grade at St. George, and then I went to Andrew High School, so that was a big transition coming from a class of 60 to a class of 600.
Ooh.
So.
And about your family, who's in your family?
I have one younger sibling, brother who's a year younger than I, and a pet, a dog named Bailey. So.
Okay. You got parents too?
And I have 2 parents that live in the house. Yes. So.
Okay. How do we forget those all the time?
Yeah.
And how about you? Where'd you go to school, and who's in your family?
I went to McAuliffe for 1st through 5th grade, and then I went to Prairie View for 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then again I transitioned to Andrew like Angela did. So it wasn't a huge jump as it was for her because I was in public school my whole life, but it was a pretty substantial leap. It was a very exciting time, but in my family I have an older sister who studies at Purdue, who also went to Andrew High School a few years ago, as well as my parents, obviously, and I have a dog, a golden retriever. So
Named?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Cooper, yes.
Okay. Why not?
Exactly.
Let's talk about obviously you're pretty active in school. That's why you got the scholarship. One of the reasons you got your scholarship. Talk about some of the things that you did in high school, some of the activities you were involved in high school.
All right. Well, I played volleyball for 2 years, which it's really great to have that physical activity and bond with the team, and you're practicing 6 days a week. So while it is strenuous, definitely very worthwhile. I was involved with the People Tutors at school, with Spanish Club, Youth in Government, and National Honor Society.
Wow. Okay, and you find time to sleep and eat, right?
Yes, and homework.
And homework, okay, yeah, obviously. How about you? What were you doing in school to take up all your free time?
Yeah, all my free time. I was involved in about 23 extracurricular activities.
No.
Yes, exactly. So that's a lot. But everything from variety show to cross country and volleyball, like Angela for 2 years. I really was heavily involved in student government, so I was a class president for our class, as well as a part of the student council, and on a number of advisory boards for both our principal, other departments in our building, as well as the superintendent of our district. So.
Wow. Maybe some advice for students. How do you manage your time? What's the secret to managing your time to get all that in, plus keep up a good academic record?
I would definitely definitely say that you have to get involved. Even if you think you don't have enough time, you always can. You always have enough time, because it not only helps you with the social aspect of high school, but it also helps you become the person you are, and that's the most important part. You always need to find time to become and find out who you are, and that's exactly what high school is for, and that's why you need to find that time.
Okay.
Definitely.
How about you? What do you?
The hardest thing is, like you said, is just budgeting the time. You have homework, we have honors classes, and after-school activities. But definitely just keeping a planner, writing things down, and just setting specific times, specific days. Okay, homework at this time, eating, sleeping. You have to get a regiment down. Otherwise, you can't fit everything in. But yeah, really getting a strict regiment.
Okay, and scheduling. That's probably the biggest thing, just making your own little schedule.
Yeah.
And again, as you said, the making time for the extra activities kind of helps you find out who you are, what you're good at, what you like to do, meeting other people. There's a lot to be said for extracurricular activity involvement. I'm a big believer in that. Now, you also did some service. That was a big part of that. What kind of service activities did you all do in your school now?
All right, well, I will say outside of the community, I volunteered at Palos Community Hospital, and so, I was the candy striper, as they call it, but I had over 150 hours at Palos, and I went every Friday night, mind you, for 3.
Friday night.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes, and just, it really was a great experience. You're helping sick patients and, just delivering a flower, bringing a smile to their face, and that was really great. And I also, in the school, through National Honor Society, we went to senior citizens home, and, we sang Christmas carols and brought them gifts, and so that was all of those things. It really does. The value of service you really get to see when you put it through.
Wow. And what kind of service activities you get involved in?
Well, through my organizations at school, I was involved. I mean, we definitely did a number of soup kitchens as well as visits through NHS to different nursing homes and the like. But for personal reasons, I was heavily involved with Relay for Life. I was the director of our Relay for Life for our district.
And talk about it. What is the Relay for Life, in case some people don't know what that is?
Relay for Life is the lead fundraising event for the American Cancer Society each year. And our actual Relay for Life is for our district. So it encompasses Andrew, Sandburg, and Stagg. And it was actually the first youth event in the entire country. And this year we raised over $415,000.
Who did?
All of our students, and that was only students.
Just in your school district?
Student run, yes.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was student run, and there were about 3,100 students participating.
Oh,
there were
jeez.
no adult or community help, but it was all going back to the American Cancer Society in Tinley Park. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. What do you get out of doing this? What do you get? What's in it for you for doing? Why should people get involved with doing service activities and doing community service? What is there to that?
Well,
I mean, you're taking up time out of your time you could be spending going out doing all kinds of other crazy things. Why would you want to do that kind of stuff?
Well, you're giving back to your community, and that's the best part about it, because I mean, it's given you so much, and that's what you want to give back, and especially now, as when you become a teenager, you want to give back, and you're at that point in your life where you don't just have to sit there and listen to what other people are telling you. You can go out and make a voice for yourself, and that's the best part about it, because you can go and decide who you are and start what your generation's legacy will be.
Good point.
Definitely. Just being able to see how you can help people. A lot of young people are always like, well, how can I help? What can I do? What is, But when you really see, especially at the hospital, just, sick patients who have, just been in the hospital for weeks, and you can make a smile. You can really make their day. And that's, for me, it really does show you who you are, and that you are useful, and that you can give back, and it's just really great. The feeling, it's almost indescribable, the feeling in your heart that you've helped someone is really great. So.
In our Relay for Life, like I said, it's all student run, so it shows you the power of our youth and of our generation, and shows you how coming together they can form something great, and we know that from here on out. So just because we started in high school doesn't mean we're going to stop, and that's the best part about it, because you start early and you start your freshman year of high school. We have our service learning requirement, so every student has to do 24 hours of community service, but so many go far beyond there.
Really?
Oh,
and
yes.
that, I want to say it's upwards of 80% of our entire student population goes above there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And our class, the class of 2011, set the the service learning bar. Actually, I want to say we had the most number of hours that any Andrew High School class has ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow! Congratulations.
I know very few people that only do 24 hours. So.
Really? Sometimes you wonder about. I wonder. Well, 20. Some people say, that's a lot of time. I'm not going to do all that. But you're saying most of the kids want to do more.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. Keep up the good work. Anybody in your life that's influenced you on this? Who's been kind of a big influence in your lives on this spirit of service, plus your academic pursuits and your high goals? Anybody, any one or two or three people you can think of that's really been your mentors or people you looked up to?
Yeah, I would definitely say my father. My father is involved in the Kiwanis Club of Tinley Park. So he, they do projects, giving back to the community. And just as a kid, always talking about going to soup kitchens, fundraising and everything. And I've just grown up that way, and I've thought, what, I really do want to do service. So I definitely have my dad to thank for that.
Beautiful.
I mean, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a high school teacher, but So throughout my entire life, I've been influenced by my teachers. So I was recently a part of our teaching internship program, so I got to go back to Prairie View, where I went to middle school, and got to actually experience the classroom from the different side of the desk, from the other side of the desk, and that was awesome because my teachers have been such mentors for me and have formed me to the person that I am today, that they've always just made me who I am, and that's why I want to give back to them.
Wow. Can you think of any one or two that really stood out in your mind? If you want to name them, otherwise you don't have to. But
I would say, I don't know. I'm not going to name
okay,
them.
okay. A number of them.
Right, and it ranges from my first grade teacher up to high school.
Good,
it's
good.
all across the board.
Wow, that's fantastic. You want to do that kind of stuff. We need more good teachers. What are you thinking about doing? What's your goals? And
All right, well, I am going to Valparaiso in the fall to study chemistry. So I've always been kind of a chem, math, science nerd, but so I'm not exactly 100% sure what field I'm going to go into. I definitely am thinking something medical, going along with my service. I just love the medical field, giving back and helping people in that way. So as of now, I'm thinking possibly pharmacy. Who knows, that'll change.
okay.
But
Yeah, people do change a lot. I know I changed majors in the middle of college too. You know, who knows what's going to come out there? But at least you got some goal to start out with. So that's kind of neat.
And that's the best part of the service learning. I mean, it helps us decide what we want to do, and kind of makes you who you are. And like you said before, find your strengths and weaknesses and kind of steer you in the right direction.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you've done a really good job so far. And the scholarship, the Tinley Park Scholarship, is among several you've gotten. You've got a few other scholarships that you've gotten?
yes, scholarships from the university help very much.
Okay.
You know, college is so expensive, so
Yes,
every little
yes.
bit does help. Yes.
And of course, Andrew High School has a good scholarship program as well. So the scholarships from both the village as well as the school really helped. So.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, you'd encourage other young people to get involved then, right?
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
As Kyle said, you really figure out who you are and what potential you have, and it's absolutely great. So definitely would recommend it.
And you can get involved with whatever you want to. I mean, it can be from helping out, setting up a haunted house in the fall, to, like we said, fundraising and making the largest high school event against cancer. I mean, there are so many options, and there's so many different outlets that you can go to that you can really find out who you are.
Wow. Well, the future's in good hands, as you can see. We got some excellent young people. You're wonderful representatives of Tinley Park and Andrew High School, and I wish you all the best in your future. You've got a tremendous future ahead of you, and thanks for coming to Discover Tinley, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As I said, the future's in good hands when young people like this, and there's a lot of good young people in Tinley Park that really have done a fine job doing service, doing things for other people, and pursuing some really fantastic goals in life. Hopefully we'll get more of these young people each year and provide these scholarships. Kind of look forward to next month, September. September's going to be a big time in Tinley Park. If you all will recall the fantastic date of September 11th, be looking out in your local media for events that will be happening on that. So take care. We'll see you next month.